Good evening, everyone. My name is Clare Acoose. I am the daughter of the late Barbara and Ernie Acoose. They have served as councillors for Zagime First Nation previously at different times. And tonight I'm asking for your support, so I'm running for a council position also. Now, most recently, I am a graduate with a Bachelor of Health Studies from the University of Regina. Now, what does that entail? I have been studying the social determinants of health, not just for individuals, for families and community. Three of those social determinants are income, education, and access to health care. I find those very important because income, I'm a typical Zagime woman. I want to look after my family, my children, and having a stable income is very relevant to the health of myself and my family. I think it's very important that Zagime members are given that opportunity to secure that employment and income within their First Nation, and they shouldn't be denied that. They should not be overlooked. They should be first priority to employment. We have many businesses here. We have other entities here. We should not be overlooked. Education. It's been studied, researched, and data supports the higher level of income education that you attain is reflective of your level of income. Kind of goes hand in hand. That's with the trades, university, and I thank my Treaty 4 grandfathers for having the foresight to have that within treaties. I've taken advantage of that through my entire life, and that should be for every Zagime member to attain higher education should they feel the desire to do so. Access to health care. We're not too far off the number one, but being able to access primary health care is very reflective of how healthy and you can be, or your family or community. A lot of the times, living where we do, we have to rely on acute health care, emergency situations. But I think building a relationship and having that access to primary health care is very important. It can be determined by your own postal code how long a person is going to live. Our statistics are different from the Canadian data. Cody First Nation, 42 years old. That's about the length of a citizen their lifetime. Canada, 82 years old. Big difference, very big difference, and it's why is it like that? Let's try to improve those numbers, try to be healthier people, and be aware of that, be aware of that. What would I do if I were elected as a council? First thing I would do is work on how to amend the Election Act and election regulations. Now, we can sit here and we can say that we want to build a healthy community and we want good things for our community members, but when you have in your Election Act and regulations that an employee of Zagime First Nation has to take 6 weeks off without pay, well, you're hurting. You're hurting that individual for having them to do that. You're not practicing good governance. And I'm not okay with that. I'll call it. This Election Act and regulation is hurting our people as it is right now. So I would do things to try to strengthen it and make it reflective and put in practice health initiatives with our policies that we have right now. For example, there were 30 people that were nominated for council. With the act and the regulations as they are now, a third of those people, a third already, are not eligible or choose not to participate. So that needs to be changed. That's proof right there. And this was implemented by the sit-in chief and council. We've got some work to do. I think we need to address that. And I would be willing to do the work. I'll call it, I'll point it out. If you want to, I went to school for this all my life, how to be a healthier individual. Why? Because I'm the household, head of household of my family. So if I need to be a healthy person in order to raise healthy children, your income will allow you only so much housing, affordable housing to raise your children in. That's reflective of the money you make is reflective of how healthy that your family is destined to be. So it needs to be work. I went to university, health studies, a Bachelor of Health Studies is what I've studied. I've studied how to implement health initiatives and develop policy so that we can have healthy families. In turn, so we can have a healthy nation. But when you have documents that suppress families financially, you're putting a burden. You're putting a burden, and you're hurting your relatives here. And like I said, that needs to be pointed out, and I'll call you on it. You're hurting your own relatives. As a single mother raising my children, put in this position, it's not good. I couldn't do that. But the way that this election act and regulations are set, they're designed to deter people from running in this election. You're hurting your own relatives. That's not good, in my opinion. It needs to be changed. So we can say that we want good things for our families and for Zagime members. Say it all you want. Let's practice it, though. Let's practice it. Let's not burden our Zagime members from running in future elections. We have a great wealth of human resources out there. If they want to serve their nation, at least give them that opportunity to do so. Let's take advantage of the people that want to do good and see good things for Zagime. Let's not suppress them. And that's what I see right now. I went to university to study how to build healthy communities. I've applied many times for employment here. I feel that I've been overlooked, and I think I can say that among other people here tonight, that they have been overlooked. Let's take advantage of the people that have that training to critically think and develop policies and implement health initiatives. So in closing, I humbly ask, respectfully, for your support. I know I have the knowledge, I certainly have the strength, and I'm not afraid to speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves. So thank you very much for listening. I hope to shake hands, and with those like-minded persons, let's progress and move our nation forward in a healthy way. Thank you. Miigwech.